I started to take a look at my life and look at my apartment with all my new age stuff. And I'm like, this all has to go. Everything with moons and anything I idolized, I had to let it go. And I didn't want to let go of my crystals because I had spent so much money on them. And I said, Lord, you know what? It'll just be home decor. I'm not going to use them to meditate with or place any faith. And a night or two after that, I had a demonic dream. Wow. And God allowed me to have this though. And I could see in retrospect why. So in this dream, all I saw, you're half awake and half asleep. That's the best way I could say it. In this dream, I saw two red eyes just staring at me. And when I woke up, there was a voice speaking out of me, like a demonic, low gurgling voice that made no sense. And I don't know if I was getting delivered in that dream, because when I woke up, I felt immense peace. I didn't feel any fear, but I received an inner knowing that there was a fight for my soul. And that now the demonic agenda on my life was coming to an end. Wow. And it's possible that I had made them angry because now I'm seeing I'm going towards Jesus now. And when you start to choose Jesus over the world, the fire is going to get turned up in your life. The enemy is going to come at you even more sometimes, because he doesn't want to lose his grip on you. So then that's why I started making excuses to hang on to things. Oh, I want to keep the crystals. The next day after that dream, they're out of here. And I'm like, no compromising. That's it. It's all or nothing at this point.
Wow. And so when you went through, so tell me about that second transformation when you had another encounter with Jesus, and what led to you having that revelation of, wow, he was actually here with me this whole time. What led you to come to that? Was it a thought of looking at just your life as a whole? He took you out of essentially Babylon. You went back into Egypt yourself and into Babylon yourself. Now he's pulling you back out again. But then I guess really, what was the catalyst that said, you know what? I'm going to give it all back to him. I'm going to give my life back to Jesus instead of living for this world, this empty world with nothing to it. And now here you are today, showcasing that in the fullness thereof.
I'll tell you what it was. Once you know what it feels like to be filled with the Holy Spirit, and you try and negate that and fill it with things of the world, you will be the most miserable person, because nothing compares to his presence. Nothing compares to the things that God blesses us with spiritually. I'm talking about, yes, material, physical, sure, but the way he sustains and strengthens our soul. I tried to find that in the world, and every door I opened failed me. It failed me. It let me down. And I knew that deep down. I knew it. And so when I came to that point and I realized that he was with me the whole time, I saw how he allowed me to stumble, but he did not allow me to fall. Because if I would have fell, it would have been way worse, way worse, with all the drinking and driving I was doing. And I'm so undeserving of how he held me, even in the midst of my rebelling against him.
Wow. And that just shows that we all are redeemed, and we all can be redeemed through his blood. And ultimately, I think the biggest takeaway of that is just, it's like the prodigal son. We're all going to have that moment. We all do. We just have it at different timelines, and sometimes we have it a few times. And I think this is another example of it, because when you look at it, when you look at the church today, you see a lot of folks that continue to live in the world, but then they truly don't have that same feeling, that same grasp. And that's really what we're trying to wake them up to. It's that not only he's coming back, but that he's coming back with power, and he's coming back with a rod of iron to snipe stuff out his enemies. So